No, you said my name. Okay.
On that note, go ahead and start. If you're still working on USA Test Prep, work and get done. If I don't have your bell ringer,
Okay.
I'll be a bell ringer. But I'm gonna go ahead and start so we can at least do something. Because Friday we'll finish this lesson. Okay, so we're gonna start with vocabulary. So obviously y'all all kind of got the gist of the bell ringer. What should you consider when using other people's creative work? You should consider if it's copyrighted, who owns it, if you need to get permission, if it's fair to use it. You have to consider the other person and their rights. Because our lesson's called Rights, Remixes, and Respect. So, vocabulary. The first one's inspiration. It's something that influences, propels, or inspires you to create something new. Inspiration. So when you guys create stuff, like your drawings or music, or you make a video, whatever you do you ever get your inspiration from other people's creative work? Sometimes? Probably a lot of times. Because, our surroundings is what inspires us, is what triggers these thoughts and imagination and stuff. Usually it's stuff that's around us or that we've seen. So what are some examples that y'all have used in y'all's creative work? Anybody have an example?
Oh, I do, but don't judge me because we all know it turned out horrible. Okay. So, what was I doing? I was gonna paint something, and so I went and looked up the stuff to paint, and I got an idea from what I looked
So
up.
you looked up a painting and then you kind of wanted to paint that. So yes, that's a very good example. What about these people who do like parodies? They take the music from a song, but they change the words.
That make it.
That's inspired. What's that?
Anime.
What now?
An anime parody.
Y'all and my brother
An
would get
anime
along.
parody.
I love
Leave
anime.
it alone.
What about like a poem? You could write a poem that sounds like another poem, but is about something different. You might design a website that looks like another website, or you might design a T-shirt that looks like somebody's website design, or you can take inspiration and do different things with it. What about all of you who like to draw? Like Mark, where do your drawings come from? Like the TV shows you watch, or the video games you play, or
Computer.
like the computer stuff. Some
Yeah.
people draw like their hair. I know a lot of people I got drawings from look like those little Asian cartoon, Japanese cartoon characters.
Anime.
Is that what anime is?
Yes, it's anime.
So a lot of people get inspired by that. You can get inspired by different things. Who is it that draws Jacob in my science class? He's been drawing.
Johnson.
Yeah, no. He's in my other science class. Jacob.
Lindley?
Huh?
Jacob Lindley?
Huh?
Jacob Lindley?
What's called?
Oh, never heard of him.
I've never heard of him.
He's been drawing scary movie characters like Jason and who
Ooh.
else did he draw? Chucky. This guy. Jason's from Halloween, right?
No, that's not right.
Michael Myers. He drew Jason and Michael Myers.
You don't know your scary movies.
I get them two mixed up. Like I don't remember Michael Myers' name. I think he's Jason. And then I'm like, well, who should I have?
You just ask an anime, they'll tell you anything.
Okay, so anyway, so you can get inspired by different things to do your creative work. Like a lot of people get inspired by Bible verses, T-shirts, hats, tattoos, Bible verses. They inspire you to do your creative work. That's just an example. Okay, so the next vocab word is appropriation. Here's a big word, appropriation.
Oh, big one.
To use someone else's creative work to make something new, often without their permission. That's called appropriation. It says, when you create things, do you ever appropriate or use someone else's creative work to make something new? What are
Yes.
some examples?
I take different pictures of anime people. Like if it's just like the body of it, I'd take the body and then I'd add clothes onto it, like find clothes on the internet and then draw that on top of the body and then draw face and hair on and then
So you
shoes.
take a piece of anime character and recreate a new character.
Yes.
There you go. Very good example. Maybe putting your Facebook profile be a picture that somebody else edited and created. Maybe,
Copyright.
huh?
Copyright.
No,
Usually not.
not copyright.
Not if it's like a picture of you, maybe. What about using some songs to make like a PowerPoint video? You make a
That's
PowerPoint
okay.
pictures of you and then you add a song to the background. That's
That-
appropriation.
There's actually an app where you can do that, where you can put pictures and then you
There's
put music.
things you can do, like using some information out of a book to write a paper for school. That's okay. Showing a clip of a movie. Sometimes I do that on there. I'll show a clip of a movie or a show
Or pornography.
to give an example of something else. So that's examples. Okay. I'm trying to decide. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the rest of these vocab, but we may hit them again for our next part if we don't get to them. So copyright's one that we've had already. It's a law that protects ownership of and control over the work someone creates, requiring other people to get the creator's permission before they copy, share, or perform that work. And then fair use is the ability to use a small amount of copyrighted work without permission, but only in certain ways. Those were those 5 ways we learned. It was school, parody, or like parody or humor, news. What else was it? There's 2 other ones. Funny, news, school.
newspaper.
That's, yeah, like the news. It was 5, wasn't it? I don't know. Those are 3 of them though. There's certain ways you can only use a piece of a copyrighted copyrighted work. Okay, and sample is to use a small piece of existing creative work, usually music, in creating a new work. Take a sample of it. And then remix is using an existing creative work and add to it, rearrange it, or mix it with other material to create something new. Remix. Alright, that's all the vocab words for this lesson. Let's see what we're gonna do. Can we go ahead and do this worksheet? We're gonna get in groups for this first.
We're in groups.
I know you. Okay, so here's your directions. It says there's a big debate in the music industry over whether it is legal and ethical to sample and remix copyrighted materials without the permission of the original creators. You will be assigned to role play a group of people who have very different perspectives about this question. And you will need to prepare responses to debate this issue. The groups are musicians who use sampling and remixing in the music they create. So they're the ones who actually are doing the sampling and remixing. You have musicians who have been sampled or remixed without credit, permission, or payment. So it's your stuff that they're using. You have fans who like both kinds of music, of musicians. You have people in the recording industry who make money from selling music. And you have lawyers whose job is to protect the artist from copyright violations. So, based on your role that you get assigned, brainstorm responses to the questions below. Write down your main points to these questions and be prepared to defend your position in a debate with other groups who might disagree with you. So we'll probably take more than today for this, but we can at least get started and get our groups named. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and leave the groups that they are.
And then you can move Michaela over there with Kelly.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might do that because then Emily will be back to be with them.
Oh, I can hear.
At least kind of even it out.
Okay, every group will have 3.
Which people do y'all want to be? Do y'all want to be the artists who are using the music, artists who are the creators of the music, the lawyers?
Oh, lawyers.
The lawyers. Okay, they're the lawyers. Here, you want to highlight.
Then you. We have to pick soon.
Let's be the creators.
Creators.
It'll be the creator, the one that's creating, using the music, or the first creators.
First creators.
Okay, so y'all are the. Here, take that.
Oh, my fingers numb.
Y'all are the. This one, the musicians who have been sampled or remixed without credit. Y'all are that second one. Highlight that one real quick.
My fingers are numb, guys.
Sorry. What do y'all want to be, boys?
Horrible people.
You want to be the musicians that use the samples, the fans, or the people in the industry that make the money off this music?
You have to get closer.
Industry. Okay, got them highlighted. Did you get highlighted?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're suing people, Pepper.
Well, they might get you to sue for them.
Language.
I'm a good prosecutor.
So, like, y'all are like the producers and the, the people that kind of stuff.
Oh, so they're like the lawyers.
They're the lawyers for the musicians. Okay, so that means y'all get the choice between the fans or the musicians that are actually doing the really fans?
Don't worry, I wasn't really paying attention either. Thank you. I straightened it.
Okay, move y'all. If y'all
You want my
wanna
left turn?
be the,
You want my left turn?
if y'all want to be musicians that are actually doing the samples,
Okay.
Taylor, you can be with,
live streaming on?
YouTube. Thank you. I can straighten the back.
Like, I see like this much right here. It's what's not straight.
Yeah, I
Like,
couldn't.
and that's just underneath.
Yeah, I couldn't get that. I couldn't get that part.
Okay, so try to get at least one question done, okay? And then we'll continue Friday, okay?
What does your group think about
You
musicians
gonna stay right there?
who sample or remix claiming fair use? Is it fair use
You can pick either group.
or stealing? Why?
They'll have to say them out.
What do you mean by
Either
that?
group.
Like,
Okay, so the first question.
Neither of us was
I'll
listening.
get you started on the first question.
Okay.
So the first question is, what does your group think about musicians who sample and remix claiming fair use? So what do you think? Think about who you are,
can I ask what you mean?
Huh? like piece of the music. Like they use maybe the beat, or they use the
I
melody,
think,
or they may use the
I think that
the
it's
rhythm of
fine.
the music.
As long as they
Because they
don't like,
remixed it.
as long
Yeah.
as they don't take
One
Like,
It's
star.
using only a
As
piece
long
of
as they don't.
take ownership of the original
the
thing.
groups
I mean, they remixed
are
it, so it's not the
saying
same. So it's
fair
not
use.
stealing.
True.
As long
those
as they don't
musicians
like
are claiming
blame it
that
on
it's fair
somebody
use because you're
else's
only using a
original
piece
song.
of it to create something brand new.
It's just the same beat,
So,
but it's not the same word.
but if you're the people in the industry making money off the music and somebody's taking a piece of it and you're not getting money from the piece they take, you may have a different argument, just like the lawyers
beat,
might.
I'll say it's okay, but you start using like music, the music that's
Well, I mean, they
It's hard to
might be.
do with
That's
the
what
headphones.
it's doing. They're taking pieces of the music, or maybe they're taking a line of the lyrics. I don't know, but they're remixing
I
it
don't.
and changing it or putting it in with something new. So you can either put, is it fair use or stealing, and why? There's not a right or wrong answer necessarily. Everybody should have a different opinion, because some of you are for the musicians, some of you are the first musicians, some of you are the musicians that are using the samples. So
That's
y'all can be
right.
like, yeah, it's fair use. That's kind of easy for y'all. So y'all answer the first question. Let's see if we can get done with the first question before we leave. And we'll turn it in before we leave. I'll write your names on it, or y'all can write your names on it. Either one.
I'm gonna go live every day on here if you want to get on with me.
What?
I'm gonna go live every day in here if you want to
Yeah.
be in it with
Hey,
me.
Katie.
Our group thinks it is fair use because
Hey, Katie. Will you gather your stuff up and go see your mother?
Okay.
I can't remember.
Huh?